Hello everyone, welcome back to traditional Haitian cuisine. Today we'll be making some cornmeal with spinach and smoked herring. Okay, so this dish is usually served as a breakfast in Haiti. Okay, even though it's really heavy, it's usually breakfast for us. So we have some cornmeal. We have 1 cup of cornmeal. Okay, so we have this avocado there. We're just gonna use it. We're gonna eat the cornmeal with it when we're done. Okay, so 1 avocado. You can eat more if you want. We have some oil, salt, some épices. We're gonna use about 1 tablespoon of épices. Some spinach. The spinach is not chopped yet. You can chop it. We like it chopped. You don't have to chop it, okay? We have some coconut milk. We have tomatoes. We have 1 habanero pepper. And we poked like a few cloves on it, about 4 of them. Some black pepper. We have thyme and parsley. Some tomato paste. We're gonna use about 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. The coconut milk is about 1/2 cup. The spinach is about 1 cup. So with the salt, we're using about, let me see. So we're using about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then 1/4 teaspoon of black peppers. You don't have to use the black pepper, honestly, because the épices has black pepper. We have some butter. So we're using 1 teaspoon of butter, the cooking butter. We have lily, but you know, in Haiti, sometimes they use tamales. They serve the same purpose. And then we have some smoked herring, okay? About a couple ounces of smoked herring. We're actually soaking our smoked herring now. Because the smoked herring is salty, so it's kind of nice to soak it or rinse it before you use it. Oh, we have this mortar and pestle. Okay, we're gonna use it to crush the smoked herring. Okay, the one that says Haiti. Okay, so allô tout le monde, bienvenue encore dans cuisine haïtienne traditionnelle. Jeudi on a fait Mayi moulen avec aransò avec zepina. Ok, nous avons aransò n'a trempé. Ok, nous avons 3 branches environ, on nous dit 2 onces comme ça. Après ça nous avons beurre à manger. Nous avons utilisé une petite cuillère beurre. Après ça nous avons pâte tomate. Nous avons utilisé une petite cuillère pâte tomate. Moitié tigo de lait de coco. Nous avons thym, nous avons persil. Nous avons épinards. Épinards c'est un tigo de lait. Nous avons une tomate. Nous avons sel. Nous avons utilisé un quart tigo de sel. Un piment. Nous avons 4 girofles de piment. Nous avons l'huile. Ok. Nous avons utilisé 2 cuillères d'huile. Ok. 2 tablespoons of oil. Nous avons un go de maï moulin. Nous avons épices. Nous avons utilisé 1 cuillère d'épices. Nous avons 11 avocados pour manger maï moulin. Après ça, nous avons moitié de Maggi. Moitié une tablette Maggi. Li caché des avocados. There it is, half. Okay, so we're gonna use half of this. Si nous pas manger Maggi, c'est choix pas nous. Nous can juste mettre l'autre épice là-dedans. Okay. So we're using half a tablet of Maggi. If you guys don't eat Maggi, that's okay. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. Okay. Après ça, nous avons un pilon pour nous piler et aransò. Okay, so let's get started. So now we're going to remove as many bones as we can from the herring, and then we're going to crush it. Okay, n'a retirer toutes ces zones nous capable retirer dans aransò en afel. Après ça nous allons piler. Okay, so as many as you can remove. So she rinsed the smoked herring, and then she kind of pulled it apart a little bit. Because we had 3 big ones there, okay? So li reste aransò et puis l'anti jan rale yo pour yo pas trop gros. Après ça, on va le mettre dans pilon pour le piler, okay? So she's going to crush them now. Combien de temps vous pensez ou besoin piler pour le cas?
2 à 3 minutes. 2 à 3 minutes.
So she's going to crush it for 2 to 3 minutes, okay? 2 à 3 minutes. Until it's kind of fine, okay? So 2 to 3 minutes. So we are done crushing the smoked herring, okay? So this is how it looks, okay? That's how it looks. So here's our smoked herring. So nous fin pile aransò, okay? Nous allons écraser. Puis nous allons commencer Mayi moulen.
Voilà, zepina.
Okay. So she's going to chop the spinach.
Dès que t'as lavé épina déjà.
Yeah. The spinach is clean. She already washed it. So she's crushing it. La coupe épina. If you don't want to cut yours, it's fine. Certain things are just optional here, you know. Okay? So now that our spinach is done, we're gonna get our cornmeal started on the stove. Nous allons commencer Mayi moulen sous four et puis nous fin couper. Okay, we will couper tomate là avant. Okay, so she's going to chop her tomato also. Okay, she just washed the tomato. So we'll couper là petit bout. Okay, so she's gonna cut it into small cubes. Okay, la couper là petit bout. Okay. So we're done with our tomatoes. Okay. So now we have the crushed smoked herring, our tomatoes, and our spinach. So we're gonna get started on the cornmeal, okay? Nous allons commencer avec Mayi moulen sous four. Okay. So now we are cooking the oil and the épices. So we have about 1 tablespoon of épices and then about a couple tablespoons of oil. Combien de temps on cuit épices là?
2 à 3 minutes.
Okay, so we're cooking the épices for about 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Qui soit mettez après?
Après ça, on va mettre aransò.
Okay. And then she's going to add the smoked herring, okay? La cuite épices là pour 2 à 3 minutes, après ça la mettre aransò. Okay, so we're adding the smoked herring. Okay, and we're gonna cook it. Combien de temps on va cuire?
1 minute.
Okay, so we're gonna cook our smoked herring for about a minute. Nous mettez aransò, n'a cuire pour 1 minute comme ça. Okay, so she's adding the pepper with cloves and parsley. Okay, so now we're going to add the water for the cornmeal. So we're going to add the water and the coconut milk and the Maggi.
Okay, for nous mixer li pour nous écraser tomate.
Yeah, mix it well so you can crush the tomatoes, okay? Okay, so we're adding our water. So we're adding a total of 4.5 cups of water, okay? Plus half a cup of coconut milk. And then we'll add the Maggi and the other stuff. So we're not going to add our salt now because smoked herring is salty. So we'll let the water boil first and then we'll taste it and see if it needs salt because we don't want our food to be salty, okay? Nous pouvons mettre celle-là. N'a mettre celle-là, là nous fin goûter de l'eau. Là nous fin goûter de l'eau, nous ouais li gen assez sel ou bien le manquer sel. So she's going to add some Maggi because we cook with Maggi, but some people don't. That's okay. Va mettre Maggi. Si vous pas manger Maggi, ou pas obligé mettre. Ça c'est choix pas. So this is the cooking butter. Okay. So we're gonna cover this and let it boil. And then we'll taste it and see if we should add salt, okay? Nous allons couvrir pour nous quitter le bouilli. La fini. N'a goûté avant nous mettre sel, ok? Pour nous allons mettre un petit poivre avant nous couvrir, okay? She'll add some black pepper. You don't have to add the black pepper. The AP size black pepper, but it's your choice. So about a 1/4 teaspoon.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to wash our cornmeal, okay? Now nous allons laver Mayi moulin. Combien d'eau à bali?
2.
Alright, so we're gonna wash it twice, okay? She's just washing it again. So she got rid of the white stuff that were in the strainer. Okay. Okay. So cornmeal is clean. Our water is boiling and she's tasting it. Yep, it needs the salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? Il manque sel, la mettez un quart qui est sel. Yeah, la mettez Mayi moulin. So when we add the cornmeal, we're gonna lower the fire to medium heat, okay? So n'a descend du feu sous medium, moitié. Après nous mettre Mayi moulin. So she's stirring it. Okay? You have to stir your cornmeal, okay? You don't want it to have lumps in it. Okay? Faut nous brasser Mayi moulin pour ne pas faire boule. Okay? Nous changer du feu sous medium. Kounia. Nous allons couvrir pour nous quitter le cuit. Okay?
Faut découvrir pour brasser de temps en temps pour pas couler.
Uncover it and stir it from time to time. Okay? 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So our cornmeal is cooking. Okay, see? Try to stir it every so often, okay? Every 2 to 3 minutes, try to stir it so it doesn't have lumps, okay? Mayi moulin bouille toujours. N'a faut nous brasser chaque petit temps, chaque 2 à 3 minutes comme ça pour pas faire boule, okay? Because you don't want it to have lumps in it. All right, so we're gonna let it cook a little more. Okay, our cornmeal is still cooking. There's still too much water in there, so it's not really ready for us to beat it. We actually call it beat it in Creole. Is when you take the spoon and you kind of stir it really fast. So it still has too much water, okay? Li poko prêt pour nous battre li n'a quitter le fond ti cuit toujours. Okay. Okay, so our cornmeal is almost ready. It's not ready yet for her to beat it. So she just took the pepper out. Okay, you see? It's almost ready. It's not ready. We're gonna give it another 5 minutes. Okay? See? N'a bay Mayi moulin en l'autre 5 minutes pour le cuire. Avant nous battre li, nous retirer piment pour le pas piquer, okay? So you see? So we'll give it another 5 minutes, okay? So the cornmeal is gonna cook for a total of 20 to 25 minutes, okay? Okay. So here's our cornmeal. So our cornmeal took about 20 to 25 minutes to cook. It could take less if you put the stove on higher than medium. But you also want your cornmeal to cook, okay? So, mes maïs moulin, la batterie avec qui est bois. So in Creole, we call this beating the corn. Okay? It kind of makes it sticky. You don't want your cornmeal to be too watery. You don't want it to be too thick. Some cornmeals are so thick that you can cut it with a knife and you can hold it in your hand like a piece of cake. You don't want that. You really want it to be somewhere in between, okay? So many. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, our cornmeal is ready. Cornmeal is ready. So this is breakfast in Haiti. This is a really good breakfast in Haiti. You can eat it at 7 a.m. and be good until 1 p.m. Okay? And Mayi moulin. Okay, so we're going to taste the cornmeal, okay, guys? And we're going to eat it with some avocados. See? It's not too watery. It's not too thick. There is no way you can hold this in your hand like a piece of cake. You cannot, okay? Mais maïs moulin, nous allons goûter avec zaboka. Here is our avocado. It is really good with avocados. So this recipe feeds probably 2 people. Depends on how you eat. Maybe more people, but about 2 people. There it is. So you could actually just slice your avocado into smaller pieces, and then every time you take a spoonful of cornmeal, you take a spoonful of avocado with it, and it's very yummy. Okay? Mais maïs moulin avec zaboka, nous ka couper zaboka en petits bouts. Okay? You're très bon ensemble. Okay? Merci. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.